key to a woman's heart. Unexpected gift and unexpected time. Let's see how it all printed. Einstein. Another little alien. A heartbreaking performance right here. Yeah, that sucks. Must have had a thin spot in the filament. And something maybe similar happened with this. That's pretty heartbreaking right there. It's been a while. Fortunately, everything else is pretty cool. Coffee cup. Another hammerhead coming along nice. David trash can. D20. And of course, we have the bottom of the fries. This is not even that far away from being done, so that's gonna be nice. Thankfully, we have 2 filament rigs, which means I have to prepare 2 spools at the beginning of the day. We got to make some white drumstick hangers, and we're just going to use that spool we got with the new printer, which we should set up today, by the way. Filament rig number 1 initiated. You know, a lot of us have trouble sort of imagining or conceptualizing what the general public is like. If you ask the average person about the general public, what they're really going to think about is like their friend group, their family, people they know, people they might work with as well. I think one of the best metaphors mentally is to think about people at the airport. When you're at the airport, it's like everybody's pretty much totally indifferent to each other, and if anything, other people are kind of like an obstacle or something. Everybody's got their places they're trying to go, and they're kind of impediments to each other, and nobody really talks to each other, and there's a very, very low level of suspicion among everybody. Maybe that's because crazy things have happened at airports before, but whatever it is, that's my metaphor for what the general public is like, instead of thinking about like a bunch of people I know and stuff like that. I don't know if that's helpful to anybody, but considering I have a business that serves the general public, I actually find it kind of useful to conceptualize that. It's about to show the shark, but there's some van outside. Don't know what they're doing there, but the eyes come out good. Alien boy. Cheese. Nice to see this filament printed good. I guess it's not extremely old, so that's always a plus. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Special delivery, huh?
Got you, man. Take it easy.
Thanks. At this point, the FedEx guy knows me pretty well. This is that spare motor I got when I thought this was messing up. But it's good to always have a spare motor, so that's very nice. Hammerhead. Here, check this out. I always forget to show reviews, but somebody left a really nice review on that giant coffee cup. I'm very, very glad. Hammerhead! Check this out. Some of you have seen one of these before, but this is the Sunset Fade Honey Badger. We've got a bunch of Sunset Fade items, and yeah, every once in a while they start really selling. It's a pretty cool thing. Get those boxes. Get that good. We'll shut off the filament. I'm getting supplies, boxes. I think we're gonna get some coffee, and of course we are dropping off the packages. Oh man, look at that. It's almost fry time. Man, it is a glorious, glorious day out today. Before you know it, it's gonna be all cold and stuff, but we get We get the cold a little bit later here in Texas. My home away from home. Mission accomplished. Fate accompli. I'm just gonna do the rest of the episode in Latin. Ecce homo. Piae su domine. You know, maybe at some point if I do get really rich, I'll move back to Austin, or maybe Houston, somewhere like that. And the reason is because, like, all I really do is drink coffee and go to thrift stores. And those are like the two kinds of places that exist in Austin. Maybe that's how I got this way. Because, like, Austin kind of sucks unless you like thrift stores and coffee. And it just molded me. It molded me into its image. When we get back, I'm setting up that new printer. I'm doing it in front of anything else I might need to do. Because, like, I actually feel kind of bad that I didn't get to it yesterday. There was a lot of stuff to do, but man, these new printers, I gotta get them rolling. It's good that we're doing this about a month before Christmas, because that's definitely enough time to work out any bugs. There are problems that kind of only reveal themselves after it's been running for a few weeks or something. You see, you notice certain things. But that's just gonna be crucial, man. You guys don't even know what's coming. It's gonna be so crucial. Look at that little doggy. Man, it's so cute. I love the two-tone ones. I really want a tiny dog to walk. Oh man, he's so cute. Just remembered, we are going to need binder clips for the bed for the new printer. So we are here at the Lobby Hobby. There we go. Normally I order these online, but I don't want to wait. Me. Wow, they have some quality products here. These are the best. Only $1. Normally I like getting binder clips that are a little fancier, but fancy binder clips are a bourgeois luxury. Whatever this is, I've never heard it before. It sucks. When we went to that Lowe's in Lufkin, I should have said, well, here's a new low. True story. One time I was driving through some rural place in like South Carolina, and I came across this building that was like a very old Lowe's. I think it was South Carolina. But anyway, it said Lowe's. I mean, it wasn't open or anything. It said Lowe's on it, but you could tell the letters had fallen off, and it was like blue, but it looked like whatever the history of Lowe's is, it's a super old one that looked like it was from the 60s, 70s, something like that. I guess I should mention it was also quite a bit smaller, as in like nowhere near as big as this one. Gotta pick a good one. I guess they only have 2 of these bad boys. Maybe there's more at the front, but I guess this is enough for now. No, these are the normal kind. Maybe we'll just get a couple of those. Man, why are they always running out of heavy duty boxes? Before Christmas, we're gonna buy a F-ton of them. I mean, like, coffee, and then we're going to be responsible humans again. I guess this was a responsible thing to do, but we're gonna get down to business again. I should listen to Dark Side of the Moon today. It's been a long time. My dad introduced me to that album, and it was one of those moments where it's like, wow, you listen to some good stuff. On the start menu, right click it. Lock the taskbar. Lock the taskbar. Combat Rock. Pretty good album, actually. One thing you have to say about The Clash, one of the coolest band names ever. Well, I don't know about a Casbah, but I'm about to rock this Kaffa. We didn't get it yesterday. may have been a big mistake. This is what I feel like when I drink that first sip of coffee. Coffee's a dream to me, a dream to me. Best part. Champs like us, baby, we were born to print. I remember in the 90s when my dad first got a car with a clicker. Sometimes we'd be in a restaurant and he'd be looking out the window or something, and then somebody would walk by the car and he'd make it honk. That's proper dad humor right there. Getting so close. We're so close to that golden fried glory. I think we can finally take off the green dots. Anyone that doesn't remember, this is what I was using to denote the rolls made with the new filament setup, but they've all worked, so there's almost certainly nothing wrong with the new setup, so we're good. Time to get this Sharky boy packaged. Time to make some more filaments with recycled stuff in it. Finally. We're finally getting back to it. It's almost sort of pretty. Oh yeah, it's just about to be fry time, baby. Feels good to be doing recycling again. Is good arrangement. About to set up the new printer. Just want to take a moment and just appreciate two spools being made at once. God, it's such a good feeling. Time to set up the new printer. This is the old printer. This is Frankenstein. You guys might remember some episodes here. The long and short of this is it kind of works sometimes, but there isn't a lot of space around here, and I definitely value this proximity here. So I think we're going to make Frankenstein a parts printer, because it's just not worth having a printer here that only sort of works. I would rather have one that works. We're gonna put Frankenstein in the next room somewhere, and occasionally we will be getting parts and stuff from him. He's done the best he could, but he's just not made for the big leagues. There we go. It's all blue. One thing that's fun about getting these printers is like you get to see the little things people did with it. Like they're trying to keep this from getting into the print, so they have some elastic band from presumably an article of clothing. It is exactly this problem that caused me to design and make this. It tightens with just a screw, fits around there, and of course you can see it on the other ones here. Really keeps it out of the way. Like that. It's nice that they upgraded the extruder though. It's always nice. I was just doing something randomly. I just crossed 21,000 sales on Etsy. That's with all the sales from everywhere else, but yeah, that's cool. What I was gonna show you is this review. Somebody got the cat trash can, and they are very happy with it. These are public reviews, so it's fine to show this. To give you a little closer look at this tightens. I designed this to just tighten like that. It just clasps around the extruder motor. And yeah, you just use some zip ties to kind of put this in place so it arcs up. And generally that does a pretty good job of keeping the cable and stuff away from the printer. You know, you just sort of connect this cable to the belt and tube. It's a very effective thing. If anybody wants this, I would just email them the STL if you want it. I was going to put the glass bed on here, but this build surface doesn't look too scratched up. Maybe we'll just give it a shot. I have used build surfaces before. I just really like glass a lot better. But it's already on here, so maybe we'll just roll with it. Here's what was on their SD card. Some kind of fidget thingy. I clicked on it, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this thing before. Yep. Well, the bed is heating up nicely. Everything seems to be connected. I guess we'll just try and print something and see what happens. Went ahead and did some maintenance, put a new nozzle on there and stuff. But we're going to make a shark, and we're going to see if that will work. The new print bed is heating up, but maybe we'll clean up the fries and see if we can at least put these two pieces together and see what they are going to look like. This is taking a while to heat up, but that's pretty normal for these S5s. If you've never had one before, it's a very large bed, so it's kind of par for the course. You may not see me drink the rest of the coffee most of the time, but I assure you, these things last a good long while. I am essentially caffeinating myself almost 24/7. Well, almost all of the waking day. I have to cut it off somewhere before bed. I've actually figured out that about 4 or 5 hours before bed is the absolute latest I can go with coffee. I need at least that much time to decaffeinate, and usually it's more time than that. We're almost there. Actually feeling pretty good about this printer. Kind of seems like it's going to work out. I mean, they even put the care to put the colored stuff on there, and I never do that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to work. I detect no obvious issues so far. Doing pretty good over here. Yep, that's a good bit of particulate matter. Got this most of the way there. Looks like a nice little pack of fries. Technically, this is going to attach to the bottom with some bolts, which we do not have yet. I had some bolts, but they went out on something else. But we can probably just set them on top of each other just so you guys can see the big reveal. Man, look at that. That's some fries right there. Now it's gonna look a lot better when it's painted and stuff and bolted together. Probably the seam will close a little bit with the bolts because you can tighten them. But man, look at them fries. Look at that. There's my hand next to the fries. Another big green guy. Let's take off the eyes. Silver eyes. Yes, that is an option. I think this is gonna work. It took a second to dial it in and stuff. But yeah, I think we got another player on the team. Time to paint the D20 bank. I think this guy's going purple. Definition of humorist. A comedian that makes you go, These three cheeses are going with the alien. Let's get this ready for tomorrow. Pretty well protected. That is a bubbly boy right there. Since they only had 2 heavy-duty boxes at Lowe's, I got a couple with the thin walls. But I figure I can send some of the things that are like very, very easy to protect and are not gonna break. Like really, there's a 0% chance. And aliens are one of those. Almost at the end of the roll. It really is a magical moment. Here we go. There we go. That's it. You might notice I made this object to guide it out. Without this, it bunches up really, really bad. I don't even know how people use these things unmodified. Last major thing we're gonna do today, I don't even know what these are called. The bed screws keep falling off, and I actually have a solution for this that I've used before. It's these things. These are plastic M's, not W's, M's that screw onto the screws, but because they're plastic and not threaded, they don't slip off. And it is a perfect way to keep the bed screws from slipping or doing anything. So basically, you get this leveled, then you screw these things onto the screws, and they never ever go anywhere. To give an example, both of these printers have these M's, and they are red ones. You can see, yep, right there. I have never leveled this bed or that bed since. I mean, I don't think I've done anything to level the bed since then. And it's been a year and a half, something like that. You have to take the thing off so that you can hold it in place. But the bed screw M's are, actually I don't know exactly where they are. Okay, I don't know how to film this. Oh wait, there they are. They are installed. If anybody wants the STL to those, I can shoot it to you. I think it fits basically any of these Creality screws. Giant coffee cup finally got done. I think we're gonna try and clean this up so we can actually get it out the door tomorrow. Last thing we're gonna do today. Okay, with essentially no repairs, only just changing the nozzle and stuff. This is printing totally normally. The spool broke. I had to cut away part of it. But really, no incidents, no things worrying me here, really, at all. It's a pretty good little day right there. Ugh. Take a load off, stranger. Gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good at the end of this day. I think I got several good reviews. Actually, I think we showed those on the video. Feels like forever ago. Got a whole nother printer printing. All the other big printers are printing. And we're getting to the point where we're basically through all the large orders that are on the board, and we're just gonna be printing stuff getting ready for Christmas, which is great because we're gonna be printing sharks primarily and stocking them up more than a month before Christmas, which means I can probably get like 10, 15 sharks built up easily. Probably need to try and aim for more than that. But that's really good, you know, that's what you want. Probably the next goal is to get all the small printers working. I usually try to do that about a month before stuff actually starts popping off. Because once things get busy, you really don't want to be fixing machines. Like, it's just print, paint, package for a solid month, slightly more than a month. So I'm actually feeling like pretty secure, pretty good about that. I've been in way worse positions going into Christmas than now. We're already getting quite a bit of filament built up on the walls, and man, I made a ton of filament today, and we have a month of doing that to go. I mean, I may run out of pegs on the walls and might have to start stacking at other places or print off more wall pegs. I'm really hoping that's true. We could make almost half, I don't know how much it would end up being, almost half of the amount of plastic we've got, maybe a third of it, some very large amount. That would be really good. So what I'm grateful for is the filament getting made today. Feels so good to be swimming in filament. I'm really grateful that this new printer, which I didn't even get to test because it was just left in the driveway, I'm really glad that it's just working. I mean, it's still early. I've only been running it for a few hours, but there's nothing that suggests that anything is wrong with it, which is amazing. There's almost always something wrong with a printer. Like, why are they selling it if it doesn't work? I guess in the S5s, they're huge, so they take up a lot of space, but it seems to be doing real good. Grateful for the printers, grateful for the orders, grateful that we're caught up or pretty caught up on orders, really staying on top of things. There's a kind of satisfaction you only get with like a well-oiled, ordered machine that all the pieces are basically doing what they're supposed to do. That's what this place is. This is a machine. This is a factory. And it churns out sharks and dinosaurs. But that's enough about me. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, what you're grateful for primarily, the moments of serenity in your life, all the little things that you say thank you for on a daily basis. We're trying to cultivate that gratitude. We take on a lot of challenges in life, and you just got to fight back somehow. So that's what we're going to do. Write it in the comments. I will read. Might get a heart, might get an upvote. Other people probably upvote your stuff. And it's good to be an encouragement to others. And that's what this is. People like reading these comment sections and stuff and getting edified. So, peace out.